Low mileage of $4. Configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a without a Kangol, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Crizzle King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Battle. Petty, don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky. Get about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that. That might give you life advice. Get some money. 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 It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a call NASCAR. My solo, no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky. Get about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that. That might give you life advice. Get some money. 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 Get some money.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now on 2nd and 13, Powell. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 29, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One back in the... And a loose football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Throwing on 2nd and 14, Powell.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it, but this one winds up no good.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Howell throwing on 1st down here.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Room here to run. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
For the play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. On the return is Williams. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack.
And he loses the football a second time. And he's got some space here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Powell flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the midfield stripe. Intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a short gain down to about the 33. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Howell. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the Commander field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
First down, Ravens.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. And this is going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 68 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Ravens 17, Commanders 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Howell now. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Howell, 3rd and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
A loss of a yard.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders 3.
picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on. Touchdown, Washington.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The gain of 7 brings it 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Another throw for Howell. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Jackson.
And he comes back with one complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Jackson.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
And with that, they're down to one remaining here in this second half. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Now Jackson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up.